Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm the creator of Better All the Time, and today I'm going to be teaching you a way to start healthy habits when you have changes in motivation, depression, and anxiety week to week. So, this concept is nothing new. There's been a lot of people that have posted content like this with different variations of this kind of routine system. I'm not sure necessarily where exactly I heard this or if there's someone that does this exact same type of method, but this has worked for me over the past few months, and I just kind of want to share it with you. So, basically, what I like to call it is I like to call it the red, yellow, green routine. Um, Basically, what that means is when we are feeling our best, we have more goals and more tasks on our routine list than days where we're kind of just feeling meh, kind of moderate to mediocre, not super motivated, but still feel like doing okay. And then when we're feeling really down, really depressed or anxious, or just lack of motivation, struggling to get out of bed, struggling to focus on really anything, we have things that we need to get done for that day. So basically, the way I did it was I made a list of what I recommend 3 to 5 tasks that are the absolute necessities. So this is where I start. Get out a piece of notebook paper or just a sheet of paper and go ahead and make 4 to 5 bullet points on that page. And this is some examples of what would be considered like a red day. So on my list, it would be brush your teeth. Another one that would be really helpful for most people is to take your medicine, eat breakfast. Sometimes it's hard when you're not feeling good to actually go and get some nutrition, but I think that is super important. Maybe take your dog out for a walk, feed your dog, go for a short walk. Maybe if it's something that's difficult for you, you could make your maintenance red day routine be that you need to still eat 3 meals for that day. My personal red day looks a little bit different. I struggle with weight gain, and it's kind of from a slew of different problems. But my weight gain has negatively affected my liver. So because of that, my red day routine is kind of focused on trying to, lose some weight and kind of get to a healthy weight to where my liver is in a safer spot. So my 2 goals is to journal what I'm eating. I don't necessarily have to eat certain things or whatever. I'm just trying to write down and be mindful of what I'm eating. This helps me a lot when I am binge eating a lot, because sometimes when I'm binge eating, I cannot tell you what it is that I ate that day. I just am eating purely just for comfort. So writing it down definitely helps me not go too far in that rabbit hole. And then the other thing that's on my list is 30 minutes of exercise. One thing that I think is really important when making these goals is when you're starting out, especially for the red day, you want these goals to be, I want to call it like scalable, in the sense that my 30-minute workout goal, it doesn't have any level of intensity. So on days where I'm feeling better, that 30-minute workout can be going to the gym or going and playing pickleball, kind of having a little bit more of a strenuous activity. But on days where like it's bottom of the barrel, can't really get much done, that 30 minutes can just be going for a 30-minute walk. I had a really, really tough day a couple days ago, and it was definitely a red day. And my 30 minutes of exercise that I scrummaged up at like 11 o'clock at night was I just kind of walked and hopped around my apartment for 30 minutes while watching Netflix. And it was the only thing I could do, but it got my heart rate up and it got my body moving more than I would have if I didn't get up and try to do that in the last little bit of time so that I could get that red day completed. Anyways, try to create some goals on this that when you're having a really hard day, it can be adjusted a little bit. Doesn't have to be that you eat a perfect healthy breakfast. It could just be that you eat a breakfast. And then what I like to do is I do this list of things for 1 week, and then in a week's time, you can kind of gather what is too easy or what is too hard on your list, and you can make adjustments. So in the past, my red day was longer. It was brushing my teeth, flossing, obviously taking my medication, but it was also just added things that were really hard for me to do on a red day. And so I moved those to yellow days or sometimes green days. So anyways, that is my red day. Like I said, I recommend keeping it pretty short, like 3 to 5 tasks, because really anything other than the pure necessities you would want to have for a yellow day. The way I think of yellow days is I want yellow days to be kind of the goal for most of your days. And basically getting the yellows done, as well as obviously the reds. It just makes you feel really good. And the yellow should still be pretty attainable for when you're kind of at that like medium level, not super manic and super excited and super happy and motivated, but not like bare bones. So for yellow days, my things that I like to do are I like to wake up at 8 o'clock. This can obviously be different for everyone, but I really, really suggest trying to have a goal for the amount of sleep you get. So basically pick around 8 hours and have your goal be that you wake up at this roughly the same time every day. So it could be 10 a.m., could be 8 a.m., could be, 12 p.m. if that's something that you need to do. But just try to shoot for 8 hours. So my goal is to wake up at 8. My other yellow goal is to do a 5 to 10 minute stretch. I also have the goal of spending 15 minutes outside, making my bed and tidying up. Similarly to the red and yellow, I want to try to stick with 5 to 6 tasks, a little bit more than the red day, but you don't want to overload yourself with a ton of things you have to get done. My last task, I think, right now is to get to bed by 12 a.m., sorry. That gives me 8 hours if I'm sticking with that 8 a.m. Wake up and 12 a.m. bedtime. A couple other examples of things you could do on a yellow day is maybe wash your face, maybe shampoo and conditioner, or take a little bit of a longer shower. It could be eating 3 meals that day, or maybe cooking from home for one of your meals. Could also be going for a nice walk or maybe a little bit of light exercise. On this channel, I'm going to be talking a lot about my journey with my health. And currently, unfortunately, there isn't really anything I can do for my liver disease and for my health to improve other than to lose weight. So there is going to be that conversation sometimes about how I'm trying to lose the weight in a very healthy way. But I just want to have a disclaimer and a reminder that if that's not something that is a healthy choice for you, please don't, take what I'm saying into consideration for your personal life. If you have problems with weight or problems with food or problems with potentially an eating disorder, I would recommend that you try to get an appointment with a doctor or a therapist or a psychiatrist immediately. Just try to get some help on how your relationship with food and weight can be better, because some people think that weight loss is what they need right now, but a lot of times some healthy eating habits and better exercise, not necessarily weight loss being the goal, can help your mental health and your attitude and your relationships. Lastly, I'm going to talk about green days. I would recommend no more than 3 to 4 tasks for this. This is stuff that is kind of more long-term goals. I only have 2 things on this list. Actually, I have 3 things on this list. The first thing on my list is to work on my business, which is Better All the Time, for a minimum of 15 minutes. What I like about this goal is that it's only 15 minutes long, and I set a timer for 15 minutes. But the 15-minute timer that I set, it doesn't make a sound when it turns off. On iPhone, I'm not sure about Android, but on iPhone, when you set a 15-minute timer or any timer, instead of having the sound come up, you can click on the kind of like the sound that it's going to play, and scroll all the way to the bottom, and it's going to go to stop playing. If I don't have any music playing, then basically when that timer is up, it's not going to make any announcement that it's up. It's just going to stop the timer. So if I'm not feeling like I'm in that flow state, or I'm feeling like I cannot work anymore, then I'll check the timer. And if the timer's up, then I'll finish up with what I'm doing. But a lot of times having that timer turn off rather than make a sound, I don't even really realize that I had a timer set, and I'll work on my business for a lot longer. So like, for example, today, when I started my timer, I did not think that I was going to film a video. And I also didn't think that I had the motivation to film a video. But kind of getting into the groove and getting excited about it, I thought that it would be really good to start this long form kind of content based on the little short video that I posted a few days ago. So yeah, I think that that's a super helpful one. If it's not working on a business, it could be working on, studying on something that you want to learn, maybe a trade or a skill that you want to eventually monetize, or it could just be spending an extra 15 minutes studying for a class that you're on. The other thing on my list is a 10 pages of reading a nonfiction book. I really like mental health books. It helps me just stay mindful and focused on what I want to focus on, as well as gives me insight to the things that I want to help post and create content on this channel. I want to share people's wisdom and kind of give my own takes on things as well. So yeah, I read 10 pages on those green days, and I've actually been really fortunate that I have had a lot of green days the past few weeks, and I think that the main reason is my green day and yellow days have been like just really attainable. Like, they're not super easy, but they definitely have been altered to be more accessible and consistent. So yeah, those are my two main ones. And then the other one that I have as a goal for my green day, and I've done this actually every day for like 2 weeks now, is to not change my system. So I've kind of dialed this in, the red, yellow, green day routine. And the goal with that one is to just keep it going. Try to not make any adjustments. Try to just stay consistent with what I'm doing. So yeah, that's my green days. Another couple green days that you could consider is to go outside and find a place to socialize with someone. This could be going to the mall, or going to a coffee shop, or going to a park, and just try to see if there's someone that you can connect with. Just saying, hi, hello, how are you today? I actually do this a lot when I go play pickleball. There's a lot of strangers that I play pickleball with every day, and I've gotten to know a lot of them, and a lot of them are really kind and really friendly. So that's where I kind of get my social hour these days. Another one could be spending or planning a fun day with family or friends. You could cook a healthy meal, or try to cook maybe like a little meal prep for the week. Do a little bit of extra self-care could be one. Taking like a really nice shower, washing and lotioning your face, things like that. Or just trying to spend some time working on a hobby that you want to work on. I feel like we're all kind of on this grind, and it can be really harmful if that's all that you want to focus on. So I'm really into hobbies outside of using your phone, and I hope that you can be too. I'm actually starting another channel that I'm hoping to get content out this week or next week. That is just me teaching different hobbies. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be anything from magic tricks to origami to learning an instrument to learning how to get started on an aquarium of fish. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. It'll be in the description. So basically, last but not least, just write these all out on a sheet of paper. I kind of have an example right here. Writing them out kind of based on the levels. And then I like to kind of get a little bit of color in there. I know I've been told this is not red, this is orange. It is what it is. But yeah, so write those out. And then on the side of it, I like to make a graph. And I like to put the days of the week. So from, day one that you're going to be starting this, I recommend trying to get it started as soon as you start making it, to like a week from then, so that you can kind of reassess how you did in a week, and then cross off the days that you got certain things done, so you can see kind of what days seemed like a red day, what days were a red day, but you were able to get a little bit of yellow days done. And you can also kind of see patterns sometimes in your week. So if you're, working Monday through Friday, you might see a dip on the Thursday, Friday realm, and then you kind of see yourself getting back motivated on the weekend. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. I am going to be making a lot of content like this on this channel, and I hope that it can be really helpful. I am someone that deals with depression and anxiety as well as bipolar disorder, and this affects my motivation and productivity a lot. But I think that something like this is a really good way to stay focused and stay accountable. And also, I would urge you to share this with a friend, share this with a family member or a friend. Just be, hey, I'm making this kind of goal for myself, and maybe even in the mornings you can say, hey, I'm having a red day, or hey, I'm having a green day, and kind of share that information with that friend so that they can see how you're doing. Also, just a disclaimer, want to remind you guys that if you have a green day or a yellow day, that does not mean that you don't do the red day stuff. I know that that's probably pretty self-explanatory, but if you're having a yellow day and you're getting a lot of the yellow day stuff done, first, before you do anything in the yellows or the greens, try to make sure that you have all of the red day stuff done. And also, like, red day has to get done every day, but if you are only able to get some of the yellow day stuff done or some of the green day stuff done, then you can call it like a light yellow day or a light green day. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Consider following this channel. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff like this, and I hope you like it. Thanks. Bye-bye.